Your opponent's mental health is extremely important. Crush it and the victory will be yours for the taking. You hear that, Doggo? Your mom's the well, you should be afraid because he's about to spew literal space vomit at you from the sky. We now know all there is to know, and there's not a thing the bloke can do but wait for his undeniable defeat. Beaten by a naked with a stick. Welcome to the Academy of Rhea Luceria, bunch of astrologers, Skygawkers I call them. Now to get to the bleeding move to begin with takes possibly more work than the fight itself. That is unless you're a full-blooded wretch like myself, in which case you can easily run past these bastards, dodge the dagger wielding as soon as you come out the hallway and go full sprint all the way through. Step 1. Greet your opponent. G'day you bastard, I've come for your runes. Approach Mr. Clifford to about mid-range, which is where I recommend spending most of your time with this doggy. Step 2. Clifford stick. Yes, I know, you've seen it all now. A giant red dog wielding a flaming red sword which seemed to have just appeared out of thin air. Well, don't jump too quickly. He delays his swings in true Elden Ring fashion. If you do find yourself close to the beast, get closer because you do not want to get caught in a chase, for you will lose. Step 3. Clifford's dart. As you can see, the doggo fancies himself a wizard and has conjured up a sword which upon manifestation will fire off in my direction. Wait about 4 seconds and dodge it. But be ready to follow up with an immediate after dodge, as the clever wolf likes to simultaneously attack whilst casting his magic. In this moment though, the poor bugger has gone and done his most fatal technique, the 360 Doggo Surprise. Step 4. The 360 Doggo Surprise. That right there is why I told you to stay mid-range. That move is pretty hard to dodge. It can be done by double rolling towards him, but you need to mind your spacing and time it slightly prematurely as to avoid the come around spin. Now get your mind out of the gutter, we've got work to do. Right, his attacks can range from combos of up to 3 moves depending on what you're doing, so don't get complacent. Another thing to note about regular attacks is that they can usually lead to another series of attacks pretty quick. You might think you're far enough from him to grab a sip from your flask. However, the sad truth is Clifford here has just input read your sorry rune hunter's ass, and as punishment he's going to show you Step 5. Doggo Bite. Few attacks that comes quick and goes far. Depending how much you whip out that flask of yours, you might see this one a lot. Be mindful, however, as this can easily lead to another combination of attacks. Now, I got myself a bit of a vigor check, but being a level 1 that matters not. Luckily I brought, and you should too, is an extra flask. Step 6. Doggo Slam. Alright, now the cheeky taken to the air and is planning to come down with the reckoning of the sun. That is Clifford's big red stick. Wait till the last possible moment, roll towards the bugger and unleash the rage of 1,000 stars. And then it's business as usual. Beautiful fucking dodge if I do say so myself. The poor bloke has gotten stuck in the bleachers. Not very smart for a wizard dog. Step 7. Shame your opponent. Your opponent's mental health is extremely important. Crush it and the victory will be yours for the taking. You hear that, Doggo? Your mom's the oh, that's all you can muster. Mustn't have been very close to your mum then. Like I said, the bloke's mind has been completely shattered by insulting him and insulting his mum. His moves become increasingly predictable, and now it's just about doing the deed and moving on to bigger and better runes. Frantic like a baby barn, his moves make not for sense, but stay on your toes nonetheless, because as they say, a doggo is most dangerous whilst being backed into a corner. Step 8. Clifford's triple dart followed by Doggo Slam. Now he might do something else as a follow-up entirely, but it's clear I've made him angry and he's coming at me with all he's got. But first, let's take a look at this here magic he's conjured. The simplest tactic is to run straight from the conjuring of dogs. Only once they've launched at you, do you roll to the right or left. They should still be locked on to your previous location. I highly recommend memorizing this timing so you can do it instinctively so you can focus on his other attacks, which happen simultaneously. Step 9. Celestial Vomit. You might have noticed a different color emitting from his mouth. Well, you should be afraid because he's about to spew literal space vomit at you from the sky. Easily avoidable, devastating, and disgusting if you get struck by it. And just like that, the poor bastard has run out of moves. We now know all there is to know, and there's not a thing the bloke can do but wait for his undeniable defeat. Beaten by a naked with a stick. An unparalleled shame that cannot be undone. Step 10. Finish him. Doggo Smash! Grab your runes and move on to the next hunt.